Hello again, it's me, your Messiah again. And we're starting the next line or the next path with a zip line. So we're just gonna go ahead and sit down and go ahead and do that. Well, okay, here we are. And today I would like to talk to you about me. Because if you're watching this, you're probably thinking that this guy is kinda nuts because he thinks he's the Messiah. And what I mean by that is that I am related to, although not quite, the thing itself. So everything that Buddha and Muhammad and Jesus did is identify with the source. So if you do that, then it's going to be, you're going to have a great life, because the source is, well, the source of all things. And if you identify with that, you understand the true nature of all things. And that is what I try to do. And it doesn't matter if it's true or not, that there is a God, or if it's not, because in essence, what we are aiming at is having a better world, right? No one is arguing, that is trying to aim up at least, that we're going to make the world a worse place than we found it. However, we got a lot of different ways, to try to get to that place. And in order for us to get somewhere, we need to know where we are, and we need to know where we are headed. And right now, especially in the Western civilization, but also in the Muslim world, and yeah, we are pretty much confused because we're praying to money, the Mammon god, the money god, to try to help us through this existence, because we've stopped believing in this imaginary friend that we call God. But that is the wrong way of looking at it, because God is not a thing, it's an idea. It's even above an idea, it's something beyond reason. And whoop, oh, I like to hold on. Oh, but it's beyond everything we can imagine. So the best thing we can do is make shitty analogs, or what am I going to call it? Comparisons that are not really true, but are trying to represent the things that we're trying to represent. Whew, this is hard. I'm standing on a log, and okay, I got this. Oh, okay, climb some trees. I've done this before. I'm on the wrong side of the log. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Great. Oh. Yeah, okay, there we are. We got through it. Now it's just to get up there. Whew. And yeah, the thing is that we are all God because we want to be here. And if we didn't, well, you can always kill yourself, but then that's a part of you that doesn't get to live on. And in essence, God is evolution, because that's the way we build this world, through a slow process from moment to moment, because time really doesn't exist. It's a human construct, and it's just that we experience it because we enjoy it so much. So other animals have a completely different view on time itself, because it's not that relevant. We enjoy time because it gives us pleasure. Like I said in one of my previous videos, there's a reason that animals don't go around and having sex all the time. It's because it's not that valuable to them. Of course it's as valuable as eating food or peeing or pooping, because it's just something that they do. Whereas humans, we restrict that emotion so much, that desire so much, that it starts to get a lot more enjoyable. And that's one of the big problems with porn, for example, because that makes everything so easy and accessible. And I'm falling back. All right, I fall. But sometimes you do that and then you get stuck. But you got to use the place that you are to your advantage. So when you are stuck somewhere, find out where you are and where you're going, and then use the tools you have at your hand, if not literally your hand, to get back up where you need to be. And when you're there, then you're there, and then it's no problem anymore. Then you get to go on, and there's no reason to be proud that you did it. It's just, okay, I've been there, I've done that, it was fun, next challenge. Because if you start to get content, then you're just stuck here and you're just sitting on your pad that's a little bit lower than the other place, or higher if you climb, and it's fun, I guess. Okay, here I got some rope puzzles, or not a puzzle, but just gotta hold on to some ropes when I balance. Whew. And yeah, it's all a pretty good time. We're having fun, or we're trying to. And if you don't have fun, then you're doing something wrong. And the best way to have fun is through meaning. And I'm not the first to say this, and I won't be the last, but meaning is the ground pillar for everything, because everything is inherently meaningless. So, because we are the infinite being of God, right? And if we are that, that means that we can do whatever we want. And that's pretty boring, because that makes our existence meaningless. So that's why we make up games, to entertain ourselves when there's nothing meaningful to do. So, for example, this climbing park, why am I here? What is the purpose of spending hundreds of Norwegian kroners or tens of dollars? I think this place costs around $40 to be here, and that's per person. That's pretty expensive. However, it's worth it. Why? Even though it's quite meaningless, I'm not going here to exercise, I'm going here to have fun. And the way that this works is that if I have fun, then I want to use money here, because that's the energy I use, or money is as my father would say, money is dried sweat. And that's true, because you, in essence... Oh, I lost my friend's phone. I'm going to have to pick it up. Fantastic. Oopsie. So yeah, you have to try to get money to live, because that's the way we exchange our energies, quite literally. So yeah, I'm a bit worried about my friend's phone, because he spent a lot of money on that, I would imagine. And I don't want to owe him that much money, because that means I have to work a lot of hours. However, it wouldn't be a problem either. So yeah, anyways, we, in our culture, we use money to do the things we want. And now we got such excessive wealth that we should be able to do whatever we want, actually. However, as a culture, we don't know what we want because we don't know where we are and we don't know where we're going. So what I am presenting is a way to find out where we are, and I want to present somewhere we would like to go, and that would be paradise, because that's something we're working towards. Paradise is where you are, not where you're heading, and it's through the struggles of where you are you're getting a bit better tomorrow. Because if you look at this path, I can be happy that I went it, or I've gotten so far, but when it's over, I'm not gonna care about it at all. Like I said in the previous video, I'm happy that I'm here, but it's going to pass, so enjoy it while it lasts. There we are. Sorry about the noise. We're going on, and yeah. So where are we headed, you might ask? Well, right now we're not aiming upwards. We're quite literally aiming downwards with everything. The gender politics, the climate change fighters. I mean, it's a good thing that people want to take care of the climate and everything, but it's quite another thing to try to scare people into your movement, because that's not how you make people... Ooh, I just hit my head. That's not how you make people want to fight with you, by making them scared. The best way to make people love you is, or agree with you, is to making them see that you are the example you want to be in the world, so they have something to agree with instead of being scared of it. And of course they are agreeing if they're scared with you, but that's not the best way of going forward, because that means if you are afraid of someone else's opinions, because that's in essence what it is, if you're afraid that the world is going to shit, then it's probably going to shit because you don't have the acceptance of someone else's opinion. And I'm going to tell you, the world is going to shit, whether you like it or not. The sun is going to engulf the earth, eat it up literally in 500 million years. So why wonder? And you are going to die, because that's the ultimate fear of everything, right? So why be afraid of death? Because you are going to die, and climate change is not going to do it. I mean, look around you. The trees are still green. It's not 100 degrees anywhere on Earth, except maybe some of the warmer regions. And it's not going to change for a long time. And if it does, well, then it does. What is the purpose of worrying about it? Yes, we should be smart and try to adapt to our new environments and try to manipulate them so they go the direction we want it. But what makes you think that this earth is made for humans? Maybe we are merely here to put up the climate for a better species, if it is going to, if it is that bad that we think it is. Although I have my suspicions that it's not, because I enjoy being here, and I am speaking now as God, because if I, Torolv, didn't like it here, then I, God, would not be here either. So we got a little zip line here, and it's always fun to be line. Ta-da! Okay, there we are. Now I'm just going to have to go up here for a little bit. I'm going to unconnect this. Disconnect it, I don't know. And going down here. Okay, yes, so if you enjoy being here, then you don't have to worry, because then everything is going to be okay. If you do not like it here, you then look around you and see if someone else is enjoying it and try to understand their point of view. Sometimes ignorance is bliss, and sometimes over rationality, like above rationality, is a higher bliss, because you understand it and you know that it's good in essence. Because as I said earlier, all fears stem from the fear of death. But if you're not afraid of death, then there's nothing to worry about. So I would propose that we live the best lives we can and accept death as a natural part of our lives. And if we do that, then there's no need to worry. No need to worry at all. We're gonna have a blast while we're making the world a better place, because it's done that out of love instead of out of greed and hatred and fear and all the things you're blaming everyone else of doing that makes the world a worse place. Because that's the nature of things. The world is what you see, and what you see is what you are. So I'm down at the bottom again. I'm going to have to find my friend's phone and hope it's not cracked. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.